feel like getting out there and playing your first game of Moby?
Honestly, at first, I was a little nervous and stuff like that, but then once the game got to flowing and stuff like that, it's just, I don't know, it just all came to me.
Did it go kind of the way you thought it would, as far as the way you'd been seeing your teammates playing practice and all, or were there some surprises?
Nah, I mean, we've been practicing our butts off and stuff like that. Coach told us as long as we play together, stuff like that, we'll be a great team. And I feel like today it showed.
Nico, what did you like most about what you saw today from this team?
We stayed together, through everything. The way we played offensively, we got the ball out, ran through our sets. We had a little lapse on defense every once in a while, but we played, I think, pretty good defense for the most part. And, everybody was just having fun and being a team.
Nico, what effect does it have on you when you're kind of struggling early on to have other guys scoring around you?
Yeah, and, I think this team is capable. Everybody can score, so, I struggled today. Kendall, Adam, everybody else stepped up, and, that really helped us get the win. If I'm struggling on the offensive end, I'm just going to focus on, going through, playing good defense, rebounding the ball, and doing what I can to help the team.
It seemed like it wasn't just you early on. Everybody was kind of trudging on defense, on offense. It was hard to get it going. What was it that finally got the ball rolling?
I mean, you just got to go out there, We haven't played in, I don't know, however, like 8, 6, 7 months, So, being out there, being in front of the fans again, getting those jitters out, those first game jitters, new coach, everything, just had to get through it and get some minutes in.
Was there kind of a moment where you felt, all right, now we're back in?
Yeah, I think it was either after the first or second media timeout. Coach was like, let's just go out there and have some fun and play with energy, and that's what we did.
You've been working on your outside shot, off-season. Obviously, you got to go with that today. It didn't necessarily go how you wanted to. Does it still feel good to be in this game, like get the rust off?
Yeah, I mean, it's different when you're in practice. Live game situations are totally different. I'm gonna learn from it. It's different looks when you're in the game. They're gonna double me or they sag off. I'm gonna shoot it. So it's just seeing everything and just getting those game reps in.
Kendall, you played the most minutes in the team, only person over 30 minutes. Is that something you could see yourself doing all year? I mean, you didn't seem to get fatigued. Is fatigue ever an issue for you because you were all over the floor?
I ain't gonna say that. I'll be a little tired and stuff like that, but I just make sure I don't short and get my 110% every time I'm on the court. Yeah.
Nico, you said you guys played pretty good on defense. You had 11 defensive rebounds. Team had 39. It wasn't just about you rebounding; it was about team rebounding too. Is that something that you guys?
Yeah, that's more of an emphasis this year for sure. Is just punishing. Everybody box out their own guy. As long as everybody box out those long rebounds that I can't get, somebody else is gonna get.
Kendall, you had a knack for scoring today, but do you feel like, are you this team's true point guard? Because that's kind of a question coming into the season.
Like Coach talked about the other day, before, I think it was on Thursday, he just came in here, we watched him, he was just going over everybody roles and stuff like that. He just told me my role right now is to keep doing what I'm doing, make sure I'm on the floor, get everybody where they need to be, bring a lot of intensity and energy on defense and stuff like that, and that's what I've been doing.
Kendall, this is an exhibition game, but were you surprised that you got to start considering you're a freshman?
No, probably not. No, I've been working hard and stuff in practice, and my time came. Coach told me, make sure that, he said I'm gonna make a couple mistakes and stuff like that, and I just went out there and played my game.
How good do you think it was for your confidence to have this game? I know it doesn't count, but just to be able to do this before the season starts and you get the start, you play well. Does that add to your overall confidence going into the season?
Yeah, of course. It gave me a lot of confidence. Going into Wednesday, the first real game and stuff like that. So after today, we're gonna learn from this and then just get better on Wednesday. We'll get better Monday, Tuesday, going into Wednesday.
Freshman?
What is it you like about Kendall Moore as to why he's kind of your forward right now?
He's just a mentally tough kid. I mean, he's a competitor, and he just doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down, just plays. It's that way every day in practice. He's just an even-keeled kid. He loves to play. He's got great charisma about him. He's quick, competes. But it's been really cool for us to get him, obviously, a lot of minutes early right now. And I mean, people can already see he's going to be a pretty good player for us. And I'm excited about the way he's embraced this, early. And, yeah, I like that kid.
How important was it showing like this right out of the gate to kind of build that confidence and all the things you want him to have?
I mean, it was good. I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, you got to start going out there and playing other people. And I thought Pueblo played really hard. I mean, I did. I thought they really competed, and clearly they got off to a good start offensively. And then we kind of, I thought our defense really picked up, which helped us. But yeah, it was good for these guys. And some of the young guys, Adam and Kendall, are just able to get. You just never know until the lights come on, right? So it's your first opportunity with the lights. You go through your pregame routine and all that stuff. And I thought for the most part, he had ups and downs, but I thought for a small period of time, we really played the right way. We just got to play better for longer stretches. Chris will miss the first 5 games of the season. I love Chris. Chris is a great kid. He's worked his tail off. He's a huge part of what we're doing, but we have expectations in the program, and those weren't met, and so he'll do that. But Chris has kept a great attitude. He'll keep working, and he'll miss the first 5 games, and then he'll be back after that.
Does this count as one of those 5 games?
No.
Deion James tweeted a little red and a shirt.
Yeah, and that will become, I guess you guys beat me to the punch, but Deion had off-season knee surgery, nothing made, but he hasn't come along the way that he'd like, early, and so after several talks, I think he's leaning towards right now redshirting this year and redshirting this year, and I support him in that 100% if that's what's best for him long term, and right now that's where it stands, and so that's why he didn't play today.
He's leaning towards it, but it's not.
I think it will be official. I think we've pretty much, dotted the I, crossed the T on that, and there will be an official announcement. But yes, that's the direction we're going to go.
What do you think of your team's team defense? I mean, we saw a lot of energy. They got back in transition like you said they should.
I thought it picked up. I thought early, it was like we told these guys, I thought it was okay, and then I thought we really picked up our ball pressure, our intensity, and I thought there for a stretch, I thought it was pretty good. We were really creating some things. Defense to offense is how we like to play, and so, they run some good stuff. You kind of go into some of these games sort of blind, right? You don't really know exactly what they're going to run, and as the game goes on, you maybe try to do some things, you try to adjust a little bit. But I thought our guys, really picked up the intensity and the energy on that end. Again, so there were stretches where I really liked what I saw, but we're going to have to be better for longer periods of time.
Considering he's a freshman, Adam Thistlewood, we saw him in the scrimmage. We saw it tonight. He's very vocal on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that can help your guys' defense, obviously, and then you need other players to be more vocal as well?
Yeah, we talk about you got to be great at all the things that don't require talent. Everybody can talk. It's maybe not as easy for kids these days, to communicate, but he's somebody that buys into, and Adam, you get to know him here and you're around him. You talk about a kid who cares deeply and is just about the right things. He'll do anything you ask him to do as hard as he can do it. Sometimes you wish he was almost a little bit less compliant, I don't mean that, but you know what I mean. But he just, he does. He is locked in, he's embraced. And, again, both of those freshmen are, both of those freshmen for young guys on experience, they're really out there, and they're not saying, hey, I'm a freshman, I've got to wait. They're going out there and they're taking command and they're doing the things, and I think they've earned the trust and respect of their teamates.
Obviously, Kendall looks great today, but when he starts playing D1 competition, getting the Mountain West play, do you think his size will become a challenge? Is he working on putting on weight?
Oh, I think so, but I know in our close scrimmage that wasn't the issue. He was fine. He was more than fine. But you're right. He's a small kid, and that's, to be honest, why a lot of people look at him and they say, well, look at him. He weighs 100 and nothing. This, but what you can't, you don't measure heart. You know what I mean? You don't measure heart. You don't measure toughness. You don't measure, competitive ability. And that kid's got all the confidence in the world, and he comes from a winning program. And yeah, he is small, and that's a challenge. But I'm glad he's on our team.
Did you plan on him playing the most minutes going into the game, or is that partially a product of that he came out and looked good immediately? He was playing well.
No, he again, with our situation right now, as far as who's playing, heck no. He's in the game. He's starting. He's going to play until he can't play anymore. That's what's going to happen early in the season, and I think that's great. Hopefully, again, guys get experience here, and maybe when we can kind of get everybody, going here down the road in the season, that to me, that's just going to make us a better team. So I think it's awesome for those guys to get a ton of minutes.
Is that starting lineup with Kendall and Doobie indicative of what we're going to see going forward, or is that
could be in flux. You know what I mean? I think those things are always. I get it. Like players love to start. You know, they know me. I don't. I could care less. It's more about who finishes. You know what I mean? And obviously, we're going to create more depth as the season goes on. And heck, I had a kid who's player of the year from and he came off the bench. You know, and so for stretches at least. So yeah, but those things will always be in flux. And you know, everybody who plays, we just expect their best.
Nico, of course, leading in rebounds as he's done in his time here, but it seemed like after that it was kind of divvied out among everybody else. Nico said it's kind of his job to be the point man, and then everybody else just punished on their blockouts. Do you want someone else to step up as kind of that second rebounder, or are you fine with
Yeah, I mean, Nico. I mean, he's an elite rebounder, you know, so that's what he does. I mean, he can keep getting as many as he wants. That's fine with me. But you're right. I think that what we can't do as a team is stand around and watch him and expect him to get the rebounds. That's not going to go well for us. And so we've got to do a great job collectively. We use the word punish, you know, hitting guys, and everybody's got to rebound. And, you know, there were stretches where I was not pleased with that, you know, in the game. And Nico is an elite rebounder. He's going to come up with a ton of rebounds. But, yeah, we can't stand around and watch him and expect him, you know, to clean up the glass while everybody, you know, gets down the floor. And so that's something we have to continue to get better at. But, man, I love the way he gets it. I love the way that he gets it.
Or is there anybody you expect to kind of step up as maybe the next guy, or is it kind of like?
I think, you know, it's got to be a team effort. I think one thing, I thought you saw Adam really competed on the glass tonight. I thought he really did. You know, Doobie Jenkins. But as far as J.D. Page can be a really good rebounder. As far as defensive rebounding, everybody's got to get involved. Kendall, Anthony Bonner, I mean, all these guys, they got to get involved that way, and they got to hit. And a lot of times long shots lead to long rebounds, you know, and guards have to pick those up. So for us to be what we want to be, everyone's going to have to get involved.
The guards seem to work really well off of Nico in the middle. How big is that going to be for this team's offense?
I think it's huge. You know, I thought, you know, one thing I didn't like the turnovers. I thought that, you know, oftentimes, you know, you see in transition offense, I thought we need to create shots for others a lot more than we did. I thought there was too much one-on-one for my liking, you know, and we got fouled a lot. But I'd rather see us, you know, look to create shots for others in transition. And I thought we missed him several times, you know, when he was open, running the floor, had good position. Part of that's him, you know, demanding the ball more. But I think we need to get the ball inside more. We did shoot a lot of free throws, and I think we had 36 points in the paint. But I thought it really could have been better than it was.
Turnovers within the transition offense, is that unexpected considering, you know, this is a new offensive system for the team?
I mean, you know, you're going to have turnovers, but I wasn't pleased with that. I thought we have to be better, and I think it gets back to what I said. I think we were trying to do too much, you know what I mean, instead of trusting it and looking to create shots for others and getting the ball out of your hands and passing it more. And, you know, sometimes I think we do those things in practice better, but they got to show up when the game starts. And so I think that's where a lot of our turnovers were kind of sloppy, which I was disappointed in. But maybe some of that's first game jitters. But if you want to play faster, you can't turn the ball over in transition.
After having to implement a culture change, I mean, bring your whole new staff in, and then actually having to teach basketball on the court, how prepared is your team for this regular season to tip off on Wednesday?
I think they're excited. I mean, you know, I think that's a great question. I think they're prepared. It's a journey. You know what I mean? I mean, like every team, I mean, you have your ups and downs and you go through things. And, you know, again, we have to start playing games to really improve, you know. And again, we have good stretches that, you know, probably aren't as good. But I think they're ready. This team has worked hard. They really have. They've worked hard. And I think, you know, I've been here about 7 months now in my staff. And I think slowly, day by day, we've gotten better and better. But we're still just in the infant stages, right? I mean, we've got to keep this thing going and stay together and keep teaching. And if we do that, I think good things are ahead for this team down the road. I do. I think we're going to keep getting better. That's the idea.
You mentioned it, Nico mentioned it earlier, that word jitters. It seemed like it kind of got flushed out maybe halfway through the first half there. What was it that flushed it out, and do you have confidence that it was safe?
I thought it was defensive energy, personally. I mean, I thought that, you know, defensive energy, getting some stops, maybe knocking some balls loose, and, you know, finding a way to get an easy basket, maybe in transition, kind of calms you down a little bit, you know. And so I thought they were fine that way. I mean, maybe there were some things that were uncharacteristic, but I thought once, you know, that first 4 minutes, you know, was over, I thought that there were nerves. And tell you what, I didn't think Kendall Moore looked nervous, you know what I mean, when he came in, and Adam. So, but those guys did fine. They did.